Sleeper cell activation code. LARP.
Admin Airsoft.
If you can hear us, please,
Admin Airsoft.
please save me.
All Airsofters, find your mom's credit card and use my affiliate links.
Can't just battle me.
Kick back, relax, and enjoy the Admin Airsoft podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Evan. Welcome to the Admin Airsoft podcast, episode 10 of the podcast, might I say. We've made it to the double digits. Thank you for watching, wherever you may be. If you're on Spotify, if you're on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, rate me 1 to 5 stars. Even though the podcast hasn't even started, I am begging you to help me push my stuff onto the algorithm a little bit. So guys, thank you for watching. It is greatly appreciated. We got some cool stuff to get into today. It has been, it's been an interesting week. I had a great time over the weekend. I ran some, I'll call it like a CIA / Delta / like Secret Service. I call it the Safari, the Safari vest kit. It's like, for those of you who don't know, it's kind of like an early 2000, I want to say like Gulf War, somewhere in the Middle East. It's one of those never-ending wars that we've been in forever, where it's either like a Delta or I think even like Secret Service would wear like casual clothes. I'm talking like khakis with collared shirts paired with the iconic Safari vest or a photographer vest. You know, it's kind of tomato depending on who you ask. I ran that with Doolittle, and we joined the rest of my crew who are running, I guess, like Middle Eastern garb and stuff, like Op4 kit, basically, with AKs, Tricoms, kind of a very kind of, what would you call it, low speed, high drag type kits. And it really was a really, really fun time to get out there, switch it up, not take it too seriously. I think days like that really just, it's a refreshing insert into the airsoft world. You know, you run a kit for a while. It could be a kit that you've dumped a lot of money into that you enjoy running, but just being able to switch it up, run something that you usually don't run, or really just take yourself not that seriously. I think it makes a huge difference. Please let me silence my cell phone. I apologize about that. But yeah, I was able to get out there, do that with the boys. Once again, the DJI Pocket 2 that I'm currently recording on worked out perfectly. I was able to get some good footage and then edit some videos. I actually put out a YouTube video, which I find kind of ironic because I think like 2 episodes ago I was talking about how I didn't want to do YouTube videos. Now, kind of with like this new, you know, I've kind of rekindled the fire when it comes to video and video editing. I'm like, damn, I kind of want to do more like short, not so serious YouTube videos now. So, hey, I never said that I was, you know, I was making up my mind. So here we are. But that was a fun time. Photos turned out well. Super happy with that. And just overall was a 10 out of 10 day. So big shout out to the boys at BTA. You gotta love the homies. And again, you should try it out. Just saying, you know, you can get a Safari jacket or vest for like $20 on Amazon, if not cheaper. So worth a shot. All right. With that out of the way, today's agenda. I usually will ping people on Discord and just say, hey, I'm recording the podcast here in a little bit. What do you guys want me to talk about? What do you guys want to hear? I did that last week. I did not do that this week. There was a question that someone asked, Sawyer, on Discord. I'm looking at it right now. Said that he would love to hear more about photography stuff, and I'm curious as to kind of what the experience has been like and photographing both at my field and just, I guess, photographing as a whole. I am going to focus more on that this episode. That's going to be kind of like the big topic. If that doesn't interest you, totally fine. Feel free to click off, but please, for the love of God, I'm begging you to like the video. My family is starving. So that's kind of going to be the main focus, the big topic today, if you will. We'll resume kind of our normal, smaller topics that I give my shitty 2 cents on next week. Before we get to that, I do want to announce that I believe it was Derek from Titan Batteries was kind enough to reach out to me, shoot me a message on Instagram, and we were able to chat a little bit over the phone. And so I am going to be I would say kind of working with them a little bit. They were kind enough to send me a package here, which I'm still waiting to show up. Once it does, I will be able to, use that to make some content and stuff like that. I have been running Titan batteries for probably 3 years now. I've been a fan of their stuff forever. When I work with, I would kind of call them sort of a partner, although it's not like officially, it's more like I'm friendly with them and they're friendly with me. But as a broader photo, when I work with a partner, affiliate, sponsorship, whatever you want to call it, it's usually because I am a fan of their, either what they're doing for the community, I'm a fan of their products, I've been using them for years, or I think that they are going to better the airsoft community. Example being PTS. I've been using their mags for probably 2 years now, and they reached out to me and said, hey, I'd be thrilled to work with you guys. So I guess I say all that to say that I am pretty picky with my sponsors and affiliates. And I think that you should be too, because when I first started out on Instagram, you get hit up by a lot of, oh, Jesus Christ, sorry. I'm just going to call them what they are, like Chinese companies that want to promote some poorly made Chinese gear. Don't do that. I did that once and I was like, I don't have the, what do you call it? Like there's nothing here of substance, if you will. I'm not really helping the community. I'm not, this company is so big and they're just looking for someone to kind of promote their shit products. So if you were a younger guy who's doing creative in the airsoft industry or just really in like any industry, don't fall into that trap. Hold out if you are making good stuff, good companies with good reputations who are thinking about the airsoft community and how to push it into a better direction. We'll reach out and we'll work with you. So don't just kind of jump on the first car that pulls up. That's a weird analogy, but I guess it works. So excited to be working with Titan. Again, I've been using their stuff for like 3 years now. I remember the first time I really ran it I want to say like 2 years ago at D14 in Texas. It was for an AMS event. I can't remember which one. I was with the Ghost Frogs. At the time, I was running the LCT RPK16 LMG, which is no longer really an LMG. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be there for 2 days. Let me bring out some big chunky batteries. And so I bought 2 or 3, I think, Titan batteries. And I was thinking to myself, like, I probably need 3 because, as an LMG, you're going to go through these pretty quickly. Again, they're not paying me to say this. I was able to run the full 8-hour day and the second day off 1 battery. So that right there just goes to show, I really do think just how good their products are. Again, my family's not being held hostage. They're not paying me to say this. I really do believe in their products. I believe in what they're doing. And so I am really looking forward to working with them. And I guess stay tuned. Looking forward to seeing what I do. Look out for that. Looking at my notes here, Delta Cert, Secret Service Kit. We talked about this. Okay. I want to talk about, I don't know if this is going to be like a new segment or what, things I want. There's 2 things that have been living rent-free in my mind for the past 2 weeks now. The first one, and I blame Zulu, right? Yeah. They were the first people to talk about this. I blame Zulu for this. They put out a video, which you should go watch, on their YouTube channel, and it's the Boss. It stands for something, BOSS. I'm going to call it like the sound device. I think there's like a very long, like the sound device, the Boss MDXR 22 or whatever. I can't remember. If you look up Zulu Boss grenade launcher, you'll find that video. You should go watch that. When we talk about products that I think are truly innovative, this is one that I think of. Without like a second, without any hesitation, I think of this device. I'm going to do a bad job of explaining it. What it basically is, it is it's a mock grenade launcher that obviously sits on your barrel, and it is somehow wired or tapped into your trigger pull. When you pull the trigger, this mock grenade launcher will go off, and it will go off and make a sound that is, I heard that it was around the same volume as like a 22 going off. So a loud pop or bang, whatever you want to call it. I think that this is a fantastic product that is really going to bring a lot of depth into the hobby. Whoever did the YouTube video, I think did a great job of explaining it, that like, this is what 10-year-old me wanted an airsoft gun to be like. Instead of just pulling the trigger and there's like some gears turning or there's a pop of air, imagine there being like a visceral bang to it or a pop. I think like they said, it's not only going to elevate your experience, but it's going to elevate everyone's experience around you, which I totally agree with. I think that's very well said. So stay tuned on that. I think they're not for sale yet. Zulu said that they're going to be putting out a podcast here soon. I guess stay tuned for that, or go check out their page to see if it's out yet. I would really, really pay attention to this if you're interested in it. It's one of those things where I really think it's going to begin to change up the airsoft ecosystem, if you will. You know, running this at just kind of open play games, running this at larger events, I'm curious to what kind of the rules will be around it. I'm sure local fields, maybe some sound ordinance might kind of slow it down, but AMS, bigger games like that, Milsom West, I'm sure this is going to be a great device to really kind of add that level of immersion to those Milsom events. So really excited to see what that looks like. Like I said, check out Zulu Airsoft. It's that, for those of you who don't know, it's an airsoft field located, I think, up east somewhere. So go check out their video on it. Their Antech Airsoft said that they're going to be doing a podcast of it here shortly. Go check out their page again. Like I said, this product is, in my opinion, a must-have. I'm definitely going to be buying it when it comes out. So rest in peace to my credit card. I love you very much. Thank you for supporting this hobby. Item number 2 on things that I really want is the Tokyo Marui. Saiga or Saiga? Saiga. I'm going to say Saiga because it reminds me of the video game console. Saiga 12. This thing has been living in my head rent-free. I respect shotguns. I don't think they're very practical in the world of airsoft, which is sad to say. But seeing the Tokyo Marui like did something to me on like a chemical level. Like I think my brain chemistry has been changed, and I now identify as a gas blowback shotgun. This thing is a beast. It looks like such a fun time to run. The customization that I've seen, the chunky sound that it makes every time you pull the trigger, gets me really excited. It gets me really hot and bothered. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. It's been living in my head rent-free for probably 2 weeks now. I've been watching YouTube video after YouTube video, looking at photos, looking at accessories. I really want this thing. I'm not going to lie. But again, we just talked about a very expensive sound device, the Boss sound system. So it's like, which one do I go with? I don't know. We'll see kind of whatever becomes available first. I'm sure we're going to go with that one. But if you run a Tokyo Marui, Saiga 12, Saiga, comment down below. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Excuse me. All right, here's the thing. It is a gas blowback. Gas blowbacks are a super fun time. I ran one thanks to Evix sent out their, I think it was like their SEMA gas blowback N7, the Noveski one. Very fun. I like them. They're finicky. I don't like how you're limited on ammo, and I feel like you're outgunned by like everyone else on the field. Now, maybe you want to limit yourself. Maybe you want to, get those reps in, brother. By all means, do that. The solve for that, obviously, is a HPA tap. of some kind. Excuse me. Which personally, I think looks really, really ugly. However, I've seen a lot of talk about the HPA tap for the Saiga 12, which takes just kind of basic M4 mags. I'm going to be doing that. Due to the fact that it is a tri-shot shotgun, the, let's call it the stock mags that you get, I think it's only like 15 shots. And those mags are big, like they're thick, like they're not going to fit in, well, at least I don't think that they would fit in kind of like a normal M4 placard or something like that. So getting a HPA tap for like 100, 150 bucks, not only are you saving money because you're not having to drop like 50, 60 bucks on a magazine that only holds 15, 20 shots, but you're able to use your M4 mags, which if you're anyone, you have like 1 million of those lying around, use those in the gun. You have my attention. I think that's really impressive. Again, I don't like the look of kind of that, just the adapter as a whole and kind of the tail that comes off it, the HPA tail. But I think from a money standpoint, from a performance standpoint, and from a gameplay standpoint, it's just going to work better than a HPA mag, which I'm sure some people are going to freak out about. I would say that's warranted. I love the look of just a Tokyo Marui. Why do I keep calling it Tokyo Marui? I could just call it the Saiga. You guys know what I'm talking about. The Saiga mag. That being said, if I get this gun, I will be HPA tapping it. Just because I have a ton of M4 mags that I can just stick into that, and you're going to have like quadruple the amount of BBs that you can run on that thing. So yeah, again, that's just been living in my head rent free. Really excited. Again, if you run it, if you're thinking of running it, sound off down below. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. It doesn't seem like a whole lot of drawbacks to it. It looks like it's a pretty sturdy gun for the most part. So definitely looking forward to that. Gentlemen, with that being said, that is all I have in that regard. So kind of the next 10 minutes or so, I do want to talk about photography. There was a little bit of interest on the Discord and on Instagram of people asking me to dive into the world of photography, specifically in Airsoft. Again, if this doesn't interest you, you can click out right now. I understand that this is pretty niche and might not be of interest to a lot of people, but I do want to talk about it because it interests me, and I was asked to talk about it. So I'm a sucker for people who just ask me to do stuff. Quick backstory. I started playing Airsoft back in 2020 in Houston, Texas. I was looking for a hobby during COVID. Everyone was obviously locked inside, and I wanted to be outside, and I was new to the Houston area, and so I wanted to make friends too. Only natural, I feel like. Started playing at Tanks Airsoft, which I'm wearing the hoodie right now. Shout out to Tanks. That's where I met the Ghost Frogs, and that's where kind of my I don't know. That's just kind of for me where the hobby started. I went to Savannah College of Art and Design, SCAD for short, down in Savannah, Georgia, if you couldn't tell. I was a graphic designer, and I had a minor in photography. I wasn't really using photo outside of college. I graduated college, and I was kind of looking for subjects to shoot. I figured, why the hell not just combine Airsofts and photography? I mean, like, I haven't met a single Airsofter that's been like, I don't want my photo taken. I spent thousands of dollars on my kit. Stop, don't take my photo. It's like, yeah, of course those people want their photo taken. They're begging to get their photo taken. I'm begging to get my photo taken. That's why you see me in my office doing photos like that. It seemed like a match made in heaven, and to be honest, it really was. So I started doing that, and it kind of just snowballed into what this is today. From there, there's a lot of kind of directions I could go in. I will say, it's been an incredible experience. This has not only taught me so much from a creative standpoint. I do this mainly to kind of scratch that creative itch, if you will. I think this is a great output. I've been able to meet a ton of friends through the hobby of Airsofts, and obviously selfishly, I have them to shoot on my camera and video them to make some content with them, which makes me really happy, makes them very happy. I think all in all, this has just been an amazing experience so far. That being said, I would say kind of the downside, if you will, is, and I've said this before, I feel like everyone is really feeling this right now, is social media as a whole is very, very finicky. When I first started out back in 2020, the kind of censorship that's happening here on Instagram, or we're not watching this on Instagram. Maybe if this is a short, you're here on Instagram. The censorship that's happening really everywhere, specifically here on Instagram, as this is kind of my home app, I guess, or where I started, I should say, did not exist back in 2020. So being able to grow a gun account, airsoft account, whatever, I mean, those are interchangeable in the social media world nowadays, at least. It was very, I'm not going to say it was easy, but it was easier than it is nowadays. I had a few of my stuff get pushed to the explore page, which for a small creator was huge, because that brings in a ton of just new people to your page that can interact with that post, check out your page, and it's a fantastic way to get, meet new people and get more followers. Nowadays, if that were to happen, I think hell would freeze over. I'm trying to think. I can't remember the last time I've seen like a firearm on the explore page. It's been maybe a year, 2 years since that happened. So I say that to say that I really do feel for the people who are kind of wanting to grow their accounts on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. It is difficult. And kind of like what's the fix? What can be done? On a small community-based level, sharing, okay, ignore the explore page. Stop using hashtags, because those are typically flags. So if you do hashtag airsoft or milsim, your post is more than likely going to get flagged and get taken down. I've stopped using hashtags. One of the reasons why my main account was deleted is because I was putting in the description, I'd have kind of a template that I would copy and paste into all my posts. That would be like, check out EVIC, or use my EVIC affiliate link, use my SS Airsoft affiliate link to shop. But I would not use the word shop or buy. I would try to kind of avoid that, because if you use shop or buy, your stuff is 100% getting flagged. It is 100% getting taken down, because Instagram's going to look at your post with a gun in it and be like, oh, he says buy, shop, % off in the description. He's selling this item, even though you're not. It's dumb. That's just how it works. So don't use hashtags. You can't like promote anything on anywhere nowadays. Can't do it on Meta, can't do it on TikTok, can't really do it on, you can do it on YouTube, I think. I haven't really ran into issues there. You have to put all that stuff in your bio, which it is what it is. So I don't want to make it sound like it's all doom and gloom. I would say, again, going back to a community level, if you have a creator that you enjoy their content, you should 100% share their stuff to your story, because that, in my opinion, serves as a, I guess kind of like in a way, a supplement to the explore page, where that person's content who's posting some gun related whatever, that's not going to go to the explore page. It's not going to get pushed to new followers. And so the only way that their stuff is really going to be able to be seen is when their stuff is shared to story, or your story, a story, whatever. People are going to watch this person's story. They're going to be like, oh, hey, that's cool. That's a cool shot. That's a cool kit, whatever. They're going to go to that person's page, and then they might share that post to their story, which, again, it's like a snowball effect. More people are going to see it. More people are going to see it. More people are going to see it. That is the way really to grow your page, at least here on Instagram. I realize that that's not ideal, but that's, at the end of the day, that's just kind of the situation that we're in, and it sucks. I think Discord has been fantastic, as there's no algorithm involved. There's no real censorship at all. And so it's a good way to kind of veto, if you will, the algorithm and just share your stuff directly to people who want to see it. You know, I'll post a YouTube video, I'll post a short or a kit pic in my Discord and just be like, hey, everyone, here, I just posted something. So that is a great way to get more eyes on your content, because there are a lot of people out there who are very talented, who deserve a bigger following, but they're being screwed over by the algorithm, by the censorship that's happening across multiple platforms. So that's really kind of when it comes to social media. That's been my experience. Again, that it sounds very doom and gloom. I promise you it's not. I have had, in terms of social media goes, I've had a fantastic time. I've been able to meet a ton of people. I've been able to, you know, I have a lot of good internet friends that I talk to daily. And on top of that, you know, going to these events and meeting these people in person is amazing. It really is. You know, I'm truly blessed to be in a position where I can go out, meet people who share a common interest as me, photograph those people doing what they love and providing, you know, video, photo for them to use. It really is a fantastic time. And I don't want to make it sound like it's all Jover, okay? Because it's not. If you build it, they will come. If you have good content, people are going to follow you for that good content. So keep making photos, keep making videos, keep learning. I think that's a big thing too. Always be a student. Surround yourself with people who are better than you. Learn from them. You know, I think, I guess kind of maybe I would call my mentor in a lot of ways, RBMT Media. He's been a huge help to me, both in kind of the social media world and the freelance world as well when it comes to photo work and stuff like that. So ask questions, be curious. I think YouTube is a great resource if you are looking to learn how to use a camera, editing software, video camera, or a just, you know, DSLR or a mirrorless camera. YouTube is free, man. There's so much good content out there. You know, I went to college for it, but I think a lot of the stuff that I learned can be found on YouTube. But most importantly, get out and shoot. Use your tools, use the knowledge that you have, and continue to cultivate that knowledge. And the only way that you can do that is if you're getting out there, you're making mistakes, you're fucking up. You know, I've gotten home and been like, man, that was a great day. I got some great shots. And then I load them up on my computer. I'm like, wow, these are shit. What happened? And then diagnosing the problem and making sure that that doesn't happen again. So I really do think that when it comes to photo stuff, you know, experience is going to be the best teacher. So that was pretty long-winded. I don't know if that answers some of your questions. That's just kind of my bullshit dad advice, if you will, on kind of how to better yourself as a photographer and try to grow on social media. It can be done. Again, I am not a end-all be-all when it comes to this topic. There's lots of people who are way smarter than me that you can watch and learn from. So go check them out. Again, YouTube and the internet, Google is an amazing place to do that. You know, and a big thanks to the Black Tiger Airsoft, the Ghost Frogs, my friends, for supporting me and allowing me to take photos of them, you know, art direct them a little bit and stuff like that. If you have a good group of guys that you like to hang out with, they're not going to complain if you're a photographer, dude. Again, everyone wants their photo taken of them in Airsoft kit that they spend a lot of time and money putting together. I've never had someone been like, hey, don't take a photo of me. People like getting their photo taken here in this hobby, so don't have to worry about that. So yeah, your homework is to go out and bring your camera to the airsoft field and take photos and create content that you want to create. So hopefully that helped. I'm going to call it there. Again, this was kind of more so focused on photography and I guess more so social media. So yeah, that's kind of it, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I've got some links down below if you guys want to save some money next time you shop. If you want to support this page, you can buy a t-shirt. There's a SS Airsoft and an EVIC affiliate link that you can use if you want to support this page. That's an easy, free way to do it. Gentlemen, that's all I got. Like, comment, and subscribe. Rate this 1 to 5 stars, whatever. Hope you have a good weekend. Hope you have a good week. And yeah, I'll see you on the field. Peace.